it's Future shared a no jumper post.
Oh shoot! Which one?
I didn't even realize that. That's ill.
The one with Doughboy response to WACK100.
Yeah, Doughboy talking about this situation was in fact he shared a old no jumper reel, I guess, which is insane.
Start off this line though. Nigga said, "What's the one bitch name? The singer bitch."
Hey, I don't appreciate how ADAM22 and Mooseman both acted like they didn't understand what I was talking about when they were on the camera. When both of them, on camera and on chat or on the phone with me, were both like, yeah, Wack's pretty much a rat and all that kind of stuff. But then they get on camera, oh, well, Rich Trapper really didn't prove and blah, blah, blah this and blah, blah, blah that. Like, Mooseman, I be trying to rock out with you, bro, but you got too much 304 on you, my dude. You got too much 304 on you, my dude. And Mooseman likes to say little slick things and make little comments. Mooseman gonna have to get a demonstration, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. When I see Mooseman, I might have to demo him out. Like, demo him all the way out, bro. He's not gonna be able to talk his way out of it. He's not gonna be able to facilitate his way out of it. He's not gonna be able to politic his way out of it. I'm gonna have to full-blown demo Mooseman all the way out, bro. It's a guaranteed demo. I'll try, but some people only understand the demonstration.
You know Sierra name, bro. Stop playing. Niggas is crazy, bro.
He is describing something that Wack always does, where Wack pretends that he doesn't know something. And then within minutes, it's very clear that he knows exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, like he don't know I'm black.
The clip of Flacco when he meets Flacco, and then within like 2 minutes, he goes, I'm gonna tell you something, is that this guy right here is bringing more energy to this building than anybody else here. So shit, it's like he so much about him and he tried to lie. So it's funny that Doughboy goes right into accusing him of it.
Like, bro, and then it don't even sound realistic at all, though. Like, you telling me you ran down on Pluto. Oh, this nigga crazy. Niggas start off this line, though.
The new indictment includes allegations that in 2014, Henley and his associates assaulted and later chased a Grammy-winning recording artist through Los Angeles International Airport to collect the debt and failed to show respect, according to the U.S. Attorney's Office in L.A. Although the artist is only identified by his initials, NDC, the Times was able to identify him through social media and news reports as Future. So, I mean, I don't know. I got a lot of people on my case, and thank you so much. Appreciate you. I'm going to tag you on Instagram in a second.
I appreciate you.
Thanks, great.
Real shit. But, I mean, I guess, like, the overall theme is that a lot of people are kind of on my case acting like I'm not doing enough to expose how Wack is.
They're not fucking with you because you had me come on to No Jumper by way of a phone call to give you the exact breakdown and the content that you low-key wanted. And that's another thing, because why is Adam taking my call on No Jumper? Because he wants to expose WACK100 and what's going on. And you knew what you were doing by getting me up there. See, it was all a part of the play. Adam wanted me to expose Wack. You feel me? Adam wanted me to put this information onto No Jumper. That way, you know, Wack can finally have his just due. But then we're talking about it and everything makes perfect sense. And then you go, oh, well, technically you didn't blah, blah, blah. Like, the fans are smarter than that. The fans have more self-respect than that. The fans have more gumption, more brain power than that. They have more than a degree level IQ, as Lush would say. Why would you think that they wouldn't be able to see through the play? Why would you think that they'd be able to see through you acting like you don't know exactly that Wack said he chased Future through the airport?
Clearly working with authorities to put this allegation on Big U. Personally, I do not know that, but some people seem to think that I'm not trying hard enough to like extract the truth because, you know, I guess to a lot of people, being mentioned in federal paperwork at all is enough that you need to like really be put on the fire. But I don't really see how it's Wack's fault. He did tell a story on a podcast or on a Clubhouse room about Big U kind of chasing Future, but I don't think it's reasonable to assume that that is the kind of thing that would make its way into a case, given that he never said that he hit Future. He never said that they did any kind of violence against him. He just said that he kind of like, you know, jogged after him to speak to him about an actual $10,000 debt, which is, you know, it's reasonable.
That's not the truth. You said that Wack said that he ran through the airport for purposes of extorting Future on behalf of Trick.
Well, if somebody owes you $10,000, you're not allowed to beat the shit out of them, but you're allowed to walk on up to them and ask them.
Yeah.
But like the aura that surround these people like Trick and Big U, you know what it is. So somebody like can't be in our backyard and owe somebody money and all it, with the aggressive manner and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It come off as extortion. You know
That's
what
what the feds are trying to
right. That's how.
for, yeah.
Come on, bro. You already got that type of stigma to you. So that's what people go straight to.
But then let me ask you this question, Munchie. Isn't that them making an assumption though? Like they assuming that that's what it is? Like they're pushing that narrative, or if they have enough information other than that?
They don't have to assume anything because Wack told them that he was chasing them he was chasing him on behalf of Trick being able to recover a debt.
To be able to say,
well, that
makes sense.
It ain't got to be enough information. You just overact, and like it's just like see, he is this bad guy.
Yeah.
This story right here. So I don't think for it to be an overact, you got to be a fact.
Yeah, that's the weird thing about it is that the overt acts don't have to be things that have been charged. They don't have to be things that have been technically proven. It's basically like a rumor.
The only way they could like make it a charge if Future corroborated, be like, yeah, my Trick squeezed me for whatever amount and Wack tried to retrieve it like that. That's the only way they get a charge out of it. But they still bring this type of stuff up, just to make villainize the dude. You know what I'm saying?
It's also 14 years ago, which you would think that the statute of limitations,
Not at the airport. That doesn't exist.
for jogging after somebody, even if you
Geographic location of the crime definitely matters.
like punched them or some shit, you'd think that like 14 years later you'd be in the clear. But the definition of overt acts says that basically these are charges that they are going to bring, which is so strange. Like that's actually like that they're saying that because it doesn't seem like it's true. Like
I don't know enough about the feds is sophisticated like to know how they it's easy. It's more simpler in the state. Like, but they probably got ways they can still charge.
It's more simpler. I don't love that education system.
Or somebody I don't know, but
For just proper grammar, you don't have to say more simpler. You could just say it's simpler. You don't have to say more simpler. That just basic levels of a second grade education, English classes, whatever.
let's be honest. If you know somebody they got the boys looking at them as like the police, why are you even talking about this type of stuff?
so basically an overt
That's
act
a good point.
is an outward tangible action taken by at least one person in a group to help move an illegal plan or agreement forward. So basically, key rules in overt act. The action must happen after the criminal agreement is made. It does not need to be a crime. The act itself can be completely legal on its own, like buying a map, renting a car, or sending a text. And it proves commitment. It shows the plan is real and moving towards a goal rather than just being talk. So the question, though, is what is the criminal agreement that
Talk. Yeah. What's the talk?
like if Big
The
U
criminal agreement is when Wack agreed to chase Future through the airport on behalf of Trick.
or if Future owed Big U or Big U's friend $10,000, that's not a criminal act. That's not a criminal agreement unless it was for something criminal. And then him running up to him to speak to him is not criminal. I don't know. It's like
Taxing somebody is illegal. So that's what I'm saying. Like that's the whole reason for the.
But I think it's a legitimate
balance.
debt. I think it's like
They owed him for real.
Yeah, like it's not like it's like, oh, you owe us 10 grand just because you're here. That's easy. That's extortion for sure. But I think it's like a legitimate debt. Although to be fair, 14 years later, like, does it even matter? Like, would they be able to prove one way or another if this debt was like really like a lawful debt?
If they got some conversations on wiretap or something, or you know what I'm saying, or Future corroborated, they'll be able to prove it that way. If not, then it's just a no.
You know what? That makes so why you said it's unlike him to respond to things like this. Why would he even try to go to the internet to disclaim it?
And actually,
That's unlike him.
and kind of late because they've been talking about this story about Future for like years now. And then it was mentioned in this federal paperwork. Like, so now he's responding to it. But even that, it's like, that was like 5 days ago.
But it makes sense to respond now though, because who wanna be associated with that type thing? You this lean sipping rapper, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and it don't paint you in a good light.
Fuck up your brand, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Now
Bro,
people
they're
are going
not
to be
talking
worried
about
about.
anything about the actual case. Like the lack of education and information about this subject that they have is incredible. And the fact that Adam won't bring anybody on to No Jumper who actually knows about this topic is incredible. We're talking about an overt act, and we spent 15 minutes with Munchie B trying to define a word that he can't readily pronounce. ADAM22 trying to dance around the fact that he knows that there's proof of WACK100 being mentioned in Big U's paperwork as a victim and as a cooperant. You feel me? So I'm not really sure like what the whole point of this situation is. It just really doesn't seem like it's really, you know, it doesn't make sense, man. It doesn't make sense. This is wild. It doesn't, like, we're not actually talking about the case. This is really lazy content and really lazy podcasting. Really lazy podcasting. Like, we're not getting any new information. We're not getting any anecdotes. We're not getting any nuances. We're not getting any opinions. We're not getting any facts. We're not getting any suggestions. No colorful takes. No conspiracies. We're not getting anything about this conversation. They're just like, oh, because it's an overt act, and I guess I don't know, maybe I guess no, something maybe like, come on, bro.
Hanging out.
Am I tripping, chat, or is this one of the more lackluster No Jumper episodes?
Around future, they might think that there's gangsters about to run up on them. By the way, what do you think Les is doing?
He had got a phone call.
Really?
Maybe she called from jail.
So he's probably gonna have
Maybe she's
something.
dead.
That whole Atlanta, like, I mean, just everything all going on right now, it's like everybody should just be careful and cool on what they talking. You know what I mean? Because it just seemed like we used to trip out that they was like, oh, there's hip hop police. You know what I mean? I remember when we found that out, it was like like, oh shit, there's police that are investigating rap. It seemed like they are involved in all this shit, and partial to play with this shit is the podcast, the
Yeah, well, at least I'm a reaction video.
clubhouses, the so much communication about this shit. You know what I mean? Like, it's adding fuel to like
They not even giving me nothing to react to.
unsolved crimes. You know what I mean? Like, it makes them not look good.
Well,
You know what I mean?
I think people deliberately getting on different platforms on purpose and throwing stuff out there.
Do you think Flacco and Wack have basically like teamed up to run a little mini YG smear campaign?
Teamed up, period. And I ain't just YG.
Just in general.
Yeah, they
Man, so I guess that's true. That's true, but whatever.